Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been a while. It's good to see you're still hanging around and waiting for my next video. Not many people would, so I thank you. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I've been doing a lot of stuff preparing for shows and getting ready for propagation. It's springtime, just a lot going on. Today's video that I'm doing right now is rehabbing some of the plants that I got from a supplier. They struggled in shipment, put it that way. I'm going to tilt the camera down and we're going to start working on these and figure out exactly what we need to do, and we're going to do it. So let's go. Let me tilt this camera down real quick. Alright, so first things first, this is the Queen Anthurium that I got. Ooh, it's struggling. But the cool part is, let me get this out of the water. The nodes are all intact, so I'll be able to salvage that. And the roots don't look bad. So really, the worst is just the foliage, which, what we're going to do, let me get these out of the way. You guys might have the pleasure of Penelope stealing the show and jumping up into my lap. So, that's always fun. I am going to literally clip all of this foliage off because it's not coming back. It's crispy. I tried hydrating it. It's just not going to happen. Let me wipe these shears off. These have been soaking in isopropyl. Always keep your tools clean when you're doing stuff like this. You don't want to spread viruses, any other kind of pathogens. It's never any good. We can only do our best when it comes to those, so try to do your best. So yeah, I'm literally just going to cut down to where it's still living on all of these. I've never worked with Anthurium either. Ever. So this is all going to be a new experience for me. The roots look great though. So yeah, I'm just going to cut them down to the last living little part of the petiole here. So it's like right here. Like you can see, it's kind of dying off to right about here. Yeah, focus on that. There you go. And like from here up here, it's still very alive. But from here up to the leaf, it's just slowly dying out. So I'm just going to cut it right where it's living and dead. This thing is the toppest top. And it's just kind of like rotted off. Not really sure what to do with that. So let's finish up on this. I might pull that. Yeah, I pulled the cap right off. That's fine though. All I wanted was the nodes. Put this garbage over to the side. I was pretty disappointed when I saw all these and how bad they were damaged, but they sat in Cincinnati for so long. It just happens. I mean, nothing you can really do about it. Now these nodes are super close together, so I have, this is going to be funny, I have a scalpel, and I'm going to use a scalpel. If I can find it. Oh no, I have it soaking in, I already have it soaking in alcohol. Fantastic. Be careful with these. If you ever use these. These are sharper than you could possibly ever imagine. You'll see blood before you know you're cut. Excuse me. Okay. Well, let's get something a little bit harder to put this on. See if you guys can see that a little bit better. I'm gonna put that right back down in the old booze. The old booze cup. Alright, I'm going to start at the bottom, and I might take a couple nodes at a time. I'm going to pull all these petioles off, sheath and all. That's just going to make it easier. If I'm only looking for the nodes, I don't need these petioles, and it's going to make it a lot easier to cut. I'm so surprised these are coming off so smoothly. Sorry. Taking these petioles off, it's a little easier. I was like doing my own thing, wasn't even showing the camera. I'm just like pulling down and away. And it takes the sheath and the petiole with it really, really clean. I wish it would focus better for you guys. I'm sorry. Now this is the absolute top, tippy top. And I think that is the growth point right here. It looks kind of weird. Yeah, that's the growth point. So maybe I'll leave that little tippy part of the petiole right here on, just as kind of a protector. And I am going to cut across. I'm going to take a couple nodes at a time, so I'm probably going to cut across one of the growth points. And that's fine, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take a couple nodes at a time so that it'll have at least one root nub. Like from here up, it'll have at least one of these root nubs to grow roots out of. So let's just make that cut, right? Yeah. Cool. One, potentially two growth points on that one. Set that off to the side. Let's take another one. This next one's going to have a big old root on it. That's pretty sweet. Some leftover substrate from one of the shipping. Let's make the cut right here. Go right across here. All you can do is prepare, plan, and make the cut. Here we go. I don't think I'm cutting across anything necessary. Alright, one, potentially two growth points. Yeah, that's one right there. There's one right here. Right underneath it, it's really hard to see. But this one's not hard to see, you can see it right there. These are all going to get put into moss to grow. I'm gonna push my luck and try to get two out of this. What do you think? I think I can do it. Screw it, let's try. Let's see, right across here. Oh yeah. It'll be fine, he says. He says before ruining all his work. All of his work's ruined. Again, be very careful with scalpels. Slowly. Got it. Got both of them. So growth point is right. Come on, focus, man. Focus. It's right there at my fingertip, a little light colored spot. I can't believe that really isn't focusing all that great. And this one, sticking right out of the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to... We got a drink here, hold on. This is lifeblood right here. Let's go with something small. Yeah, let's go with 3 of them. I just used these little plastic, I think these are 5-ounce cups. I cut holes in the bottom of them so the water can drain out of them. That's kind of like 1, 2, 3, just kind of like 3 different spots. And we're going to use moss. Here is where a lot of people mess up with the moss. Moss should not be dripping wet. Should squeeze every little bit of water you can out of that, so it's just like this nice, really nice fluffy but still damp. You can still feel that it's wet, but it's not dripping. And that's literally all it needs to be. That's all it needs to be. Start with the top. I just made like a little bird's nest in my hand. Right in there. Wrap it around. Don't pack it in too tight, just enough to ball it up. I push it down to the bottom because that's also how I will be watering. Is bottom watering the moss through those holes that I just showed you. It'll bottom water and it'll just wick up. And this one, it's a little bit more rooty. I might get a taller. Let's see, this one is a 14-ounce cup. Where did my scissors go? There they are. I'll just show you guys how I make these cuts right now. I cut right along the bottom. Right on this edge right there. That cuts a little hole in there. I cut 3 of them. There's just barely hanging on to the bottom by the end of it, but that's what I want. I want the drainage to be that good. So yeah, since this one has a longer root, the roots are a little bit stiffer too, so you can see I'm kind of holding it up with its own root. I don't want to like ball that up into the moss. So I'm going to put a little bit into the bottom. Again, don't pack things too tight. Just to kind of, I just wanted to bring it up a little bit and make sure that the moss was on the bottom to get water when I watered them. Again, squeeze all the water out of it. Here's how I'm doing this. I'm just laying at my fingertips. I'm letting it sit out of the moss a little bit. So this is where the top of the cup is going to be. And I'm just kind of like wrapping. Adding some moss to the top. Adding enough moss so that when I do finally wedge it down in that cup, it's not going to be able to fold this root completely in half and break it. So I'm just kind of like balling it up, but not too tight. That's sticking out a little bit. Add moss. Moss is ridiculously expensive right now too. I hate it. A little bit more. And I'm just rooting this. I want this to just get to the point where the growth point is bulging out. And then I'll transfer it into something a little more permanent for it. But right now, this is what's working. Let's do the next one. This one, the root's definitely a lot more pliable. So I'll use a small one again. And wring the crap out of that moss. See, look, water's still coming out. That's still too wet. You probably heard that. It sounded like a ketchup packet or something. I'm really neurotic when it comes to my moss, so I'll pull the sticks and twigs out. And that's usually out of habit because I have it for show. And it really makes no difference. I mean, twigs can be in there. It's just organic matter, just like the moss is. There's no real huge difference. I just like the way the moss looks clean. Put the scalpel back in the, so I don't cut myself. You know, safety and all. Okay. Again, right at my fingertips. That's where I put the node. The rest of it's down in here. But this time, since the root's a lot more pliable, I'm just going to like roll it up on itself. Not too tight. It's got a lot of give. I'm barely squeezing that. It's about the size of a golf ball right now. Then you wedge it down to the point where it's hitting the bottom of the cup. That's the only time you give it any kind of pressure. And it's really not a lot of pressure. It's just enough to push it to the bottom. If the crown is sitting too high, add some moss so those nodes, or those aerial roots sticking out of the side, can start building up. Oops, sorry. I'll show you guys. Alright, last one here. Alright. This one's teeny tiny, so this is going to be pretty easy. Squeeze all the water out. Fluff it back up. Be a neurotic tickler like I am and take all of the sticks out. Or not. Hold on, puppy. Hold on. Oh, she's going to make her debut in a minute. She wants to come up in my lap. Hold on. I'll let you come up. Hold on. We're almost done. I'm putting a little in the bottom of this one, so I don't have to push down so hard. I don't want to damage the roots. And that one is. I'm going to put a little bit more moss in there. She's just dying to jump over my lap right now. Alright. So now we potentially have 4 queen anthuriums out of one that was almost dead. And that is how you put a positive spin on a bad thing. We have more plants. Was it disappointing? Yes, of course it was disappointing. But now I have 4 plants. Chances are I'm going to get 1 out of those. And I'll have the privilege of watching it grow and learning about how the root structures grow and everything about it. So it becomes a learning experience. Now I think the star of the show wants to come up here. Come on. Hello. There we go. Oh, look at the puppy. Say hello. This is Penelope, and she is never, ever, ever far away. She's the mascot. We're going to wind it up. I just wanted to introduce the queen of the greenhouse here. And she's the princess of the greenhouse. My wife's the queen of the greenhouse. She's the princess of the greenhouse. And her name is Penelope. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Definitely check us out on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Everything is at Akron Aeroids. There's no space in between. It's just at Akron Aeroids. We have our own website shop, which is at www.akronaeroids.com. Everything is Akron Aeroids. It's really just Akron Aeroids, everything. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments. Suggestions for new videos, anything like that, definitely would be great. There's so many videos I'd like to do, and it's just, there's so much going on that it's difficult to actually get a schedule together to where I can do them all and do all the things that's required between shows and things like that. But here we are, and that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Say bye, Penelope. Bye.